Hello, everybody. Hello, I'm good. Oh, my bad. I'm gonna give everybody a few minutes to come in. This is day one of Semaj. For those that don't know, I'll give you all a gist of the case. Semaj Crosby was unfortunately found under found under a couch in her family home. As of today, no one has been arrested, and this happened last year. She was 1 year old, about 16 months, uh, and no one has been arrested. They have numerous of suspects, and to me, I haven't heard anything else about this case since Lord, probably last year until the 911 tapes was just released. So I decided to do a week worth of I ain't gonna say investigation, but a week worth of going over the case, and hopefully it put fire back under the case. Hopefully we come across something that can be sent to the detectives or the FBI that's in this case that can cause an arrest or many people to be arrested, because Samaje does deserve justice. On this app, unfortunately, I can't tell how many people are in the on the live right now. So bear with me. I don't know unless someone comment. Yeah, I wouldn't know that. But I'm gonna start this off with just a little prayer. Um, Lord, I just ask you to come into this live right now. I just ask that you bless the information that we're about to go over. I ask you to open everyone's eyes to the situation that's going on, Lord. I ask you to give justice for Samaje. Lord, we ask you to soften the hearts of those that know what's going on in this case. And may they walk into the FBI office or the detective's office and give them information so Samaje can get justice, Lord. Lord, we ask that Samaje is still and will continue to rest in peace. All these things we ask in Jesus' name. We pray, amen. Like I said, I don't know who in here, so I'm going to start with the 911 tape. Is that an ad? I think they're going to play an ad first. Oh no, here it is. Hey, Loyalty Honesty. I'm glad someone came in or commented. I'm trying to make sure. Okay, that's what I was gonna ask. Was it any sound? My Bluetooth is connected. Hold on. I'm sorry, y'all. I'll restart it. Okay, let me know if y'all can hear it now. Hold on. Okay, I need you to play. It's not even playing now. Okay, y'all can hear me. Okay.
Hi, Cal. Yes, my daughter is missing. Thank you. What's going on there? Yes, my daughter is missing. I cannot find her. She was outside playing with the kids, and she's missing. Okay, how old is she? She's 1.
Can y'all hear the recording? What's on the screen? Before I finish playing it.
All right, stay on the phone with me while we get the police en route. What's your name? Semaj. Spell it for me. Semaj Crosby, S-E-M-A-J. When's the last time you saw her? Hold on, I need in the front yard. When everybody was outside in the front yard. Okay, so how long ago was that? That was about, I don't know how long it was. It was like a half an hour, 30 minutes, 20 minutes ago. I just 30. I can't, I mean, it was a whole lot of kids out here. It was a whole lot of kids out here. It was a whole lot of it was a lot of adults out here watching them and everything. Listen, okay, take a deep breath. I need to ask you some questions. So how long, you think it was 30 minutes ago that you last saw her? Yes. Yes? What? What did she have on? She had on a gray sweater and some, blue jeans, like some little blue jeans, short, pants. Alright, gray sweater and blue jeans? No, it's like she had on some little sweatpants, some little, blue jeans, sweatpants, little sweatpants. Okay. Is she a female, white, black, Hispanic? She's black. Okay, did she have a hat on or anything like that? No, she got some white. She got little white beads on her head. Yeah, pigtail. Okay, did you check your house to see if she's in there? Yes, I'm checking it now. I've been checking it. Alright, did you check with the neighbors? Yes, I did. Has she ever wandered off before? No. Okay. How many kids do you have at your house? I have, 3, Okay, is it possible that is there a park at the school? Yes. Okay, is it possible that somebody could have taken her to the park? No, because she's not at the park. The park is right behind my house. Okay, you said it's not possible that she's there? We don't see her. We don't see her at the park. I know. Listen, we have the police. They're coming for you, okay? They're coming to help you, but I want you to stay on the phone with me so I can ask you questions because we have to narrow down where you've looked, okay? So did you look at the park at the school or no? Yeah, we looked at the park at the school. Okay. And no one was supposed to come pick her up, right? Like Dad was not supposed to come get her, or no one was pick her up, right? No. Okay, so she's a female black. She's got pigtails in her hair. And she's wearing like blue jean sweatpants with a gray sweater.
Yeah.
Okay, can she walk on her own?
Yeah, she could walk.
Okay. And one of the older kids that's at your house, nobody took her, right? They're all accounted for? You don't have anybody missing?
Yes, my daughter is missing.
Right, I understand, but your older kids are there, right?
Yes.
Who is that? Ma'am?
Yes, that was my niece.
Okay. Did you check in the backyard? You checked in the closets, in the bathrooms, everything like that?
Yes.
Okay, ma'am, your older kids that you have at the house, how old are they?
Hello?
Ma'am, the older kids that you have at the house, how old are they?
2 and 3 and 10.
Okay, the older kids that you have there, like the 10-year-old, I want you to have them start checking the house. Checking the closet, in the bathroom, check the garage, everything. Do you understand what I'm asking you, ma'am?
Hello?
Did you understand what I asked you?
Yes.
Okay. That 10-year-old, that the other child that's there, you need to have them start looking for her, okay?
They have been looking for her.
Alright, they checked the house though really well, correct? She's not in the car. Do you have a garage attached to the house?
No, I do not.
Okay. Do you have a vehicle parked outside?
No, I do not.
Okay, we checked the vehicle, right? It's okay, ma'am. It's okay. Listen, take a deep breath, okay?
Watch out, please.
It's okay. Take a deep breath, okay?
Oh my God.
It's okay. We have three officers that are in rescue right now, okay? Take a deep breath. In through your nose, out through your mouth. It's okay. Take a deep breath. There's no other adult that's there with you right now?
Out of there, please. I'm on the phone with them now.
Okay, who is that you're talking to?
They're Granny.
Okay. And you went to all the neighbors' houses on your block, correct?
The ones that stay next door to me.
What's that?
The one that stay next door to me.
Okay, ma'am, I'm having trouble hearing you or understanding you.
The ones that's next door to me.
Alright, I have an officer that's pulling up on your street right now, okay? Can you go out to the front yard?
Yes, I'm out here now.
Okay, do you see him pulling up?
Yes.
Okay, ma'am, I want you to go ahead and talk to him, okay?
Okay.
Alright, thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. We're going to go over this first. Hold on. I didn't mean to do that. Okay, so if y'all, to me, I just dropped the call-in number in the chat. Her voice was real kind of sketchy to me, for one. I'm gonna give my honest opinion right now. Because when she first called to pick up the phone, the call started, she was calm, she was cool, she was collected. Then when the dispatcher kept getting into like deep questions and asking her, then that's when this panic emotion start popping in. And then all of a sudden, when somebody asked her, did she call the police? Her voice was right back to the same. Oh, I'm on the phone with them now. No, I don't have an attached garage. I already asked my neighbors. It was like back and forth. Like, yeah, her emotions did switch up like really, really quick. And I'm like, okay, but I mainly paid attention. I had to play that recording a couple times because I paid attention to her background. More so like the second or third time I listened to it than her forefront from her talking. Now her background is kind of sketchy too, because when a dispatch asked her for the 10-year-old to go search the house, or is she searching the house, she said, I'm searching it right now. But at the time when she said she was searching the house, she was still outside, because that's when someone asked her, was calling her name, and she kept saying, what? Then she finally went in the house, and that's when she told one of her sons, Jabari, to watch out. So it's like, you didn't sound like you was searching, because she didn't sound like she was moving around. You know, you could tell when somebody moving around, searching in certain spots, or opening, closing doors and stuff like that. Like, you didn't hear any of that in the background. And I looked all over the house. Shit, I'm trying to get the benefit of the doubt. You want me to play it again? Hold on. Is this the one or is it? Oh no, this ain't it. Now this time, pay attention to her background. Don't listen to her. Pay attention to her background.
Where's your emergency? Hi, Cal. Yes, my daughter is missing. Thank you. What's going on there? Yes, my daughter is missing. I cannot find her. She was outside playing with the kids, and she's missing. Okay, how old is she? She's 1. All right, stay on the phone with me while we get the police en route. What's her name? Semaj. Spell it for me. Semaj Crosby, Semaj. When's the last time you saw her? Hold on. In the front yard. When everybody was outside in the front yard. Okay, so how long ago was that? That was about, I don't know how long it was. It was like a half an hour, 30 minutes, 20 minutes ago. I came out, man, it was a whole lot of kids out here. It was a whole lot of kids out here. It was a whole lot of adults out here watching them and everything. Listen, okay, take it ask you some questions. So how long, you think it was 30 minutes ago that you last saw her?
Yes.
Yes?
What?
What did she have on?
She had on a gray sweater and some blue jeans, like some little blue jeans, short pants.
All right, gray sweater and blue jeans?
No, it's like she had on some little sweatpants, some little blue jeans sweatpants, little sweatpants.
Okay. Is she a female, white, black, Hispanic?
She's black.
Okay, did she have a hat on or anything like that?
No, she got some white. She got little white beads on her head. Yeah, pigtail.
Okay, did you check your house to see if she's in there?
Yes, I'm checking it now. I've been checking it.
All right, did you check with the neighbors?
Yes, I did.
Has she ever wandered off before?
No.
Okay. How many kids do you have at your house?
I have, three,
Okay, is it possible that is there a park at the school?
yes.
Okay, is it possible that somebody could have taken her to the park?
No, because she's not at the park. The park is right behind my house.
Okay, you said it's not possible that she's there?
We don't see her. We don't see her at the park.
I know. Listen, we have the police. They're coming for you, okay? They're coming to help you, but I want you to stay on the phone with me so I can ask you questions because we have to narrow down where you've looked, okay? So did you look at the park at the school or no?
Yeah, we looked at the park at the school.
Okay. And no one was supposed to come pick her up, right? Like Dad was not supposed to come get her, or no one was pick her up, right?
No.
Okay, so she's a female black. She's got pigtails in her hair. And she's wearing like blue jean sweatpants with a gray sweater.
Yeah.
Okay, can she walk on her own?
Yeah, she could walk.
Okay. And one of the older kids that's at your house, nobody took her, right? They're all on the court? You don't have anybody missing?
Yes, my daughter is missing.
Right, I understand, but your older kids are there, right?
Yes.
Who is that? Ma'am?
Yes, that was my niece.
Okay. Did you check in the backyard? You checked in the closets, in the bathrooms, everything like that?
Yes.
Okay, ma'am, your older kids that you have at the house, how old are they?
Hello?
Ma'am, the older kids that you have at the house, how old are they?
2 and 3 and 10.
Okay, the older kids that you have there, like the 10-year-old, I want you to have them start checking the house. Checking the closet, the bathroom, check the garage, everything. Do you understand what I'm asking you, ma'am?
Hello?
Did you understand what I asked you?
Yes.
Okay. That 10-year-old, that's the other child that's there, you need to have them start looking for her, okay?
They have been looking for her.
All right, they checked the house, though, really well, correct? She's not in the car. Do you have a garage attached to the house?
No, I do not.
Okay. Do you have a vehicle parked outside? No, I did not.
Okay, we checked the vehicle, right? It's okay, ma'am. It's okay. Listen, take a deep breath, okay?
Watch out, please.
It's okay. Take a deep breath, okay?
Oh my God.
It's okay. We have three officers that are en route to you right now, okay? Take a deep breath. In through your nose, out through your mouth. It's okay. Take a deep breath. There's no other adult that's there with you right now.
Get out of here, please. I'm on the phone with them now.
Okay, who is that you're talking to?
They're Granny.
Okay. And you went to all the neighbors' houses and on your block, correct?
The ones that stay next door to me.
What's that?
The one that stay next door to me.
Okay, ma'am, I'm having trouble hearing you or understanding you.
The ones that's next door to me.
Alright, I have an officer that's pulling up on your street right now, okay? Can you go out to the front yard?
Yes, I'm out here now.
Okay, do you see him pulling up?
Yes.
Okay, ma'am, I want you to go ahead and talk to him, okay?
Okay.
Alright, thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. Now, all this time, you have this baby in the background. And then there's another baby. If y'all can hear, there's another child that starts crying towards the end. Like, there was two different cries. One was screaming to the top of her lungs. And the other one was, hold on. The other one was just crying. She was in a black bed. What do you mean? I thought she was in a couch. So I went over this tape, like I said, a couple times, and it didn't sound like too much her environment changed. You could tell when she went inside. You could tell when she was outside, but it didn't sound like she was searching for anything. It sounded like she was just standing in one spot when she was talking to the dispatch in one moment, and then she'd go outside, and then she'd go back in because you could hear the distance of the cry of the baby, because once the baby was inside. When she went outside, you heard the baby like muffled cries. Then when she went inside, the cries of the baby got closer. Where's all these other adult, quote unquote, adults that was there? I never heard none of them except the person that asked it. She called the police, and she said that was the granny. So the granny had to been Darlene. At 2 or 3. I don't know how old the niece was. I'm not sure how old the niece was. I didn't even get that far into it. So what Semaj did before she reported her missing. That is that's the number one clue. Like, because they said when they found Semaj's body, she was already decomposing. Depending on the weather, the temperature and everything else, it depends on how fast her body could decompose. But she was also inside of a plastic bag, so under a couch. And they didn't find her until the next day, so ain't no telling how long she was under there. They say the house was in deplorable condition. She was probably tearing through piles of clothes. Now, Passion Unlimited. Now, I did get the see the statement from the sister, the Lucretia. She's saying that the house was not like that before the police came in and destroyed it. She said she did admit, yes, there was bed bugs, yes, there was cockroaches, but all the clothes and stuff was in bags. And the clothes, the pictures that we saw was not like that before the police came and destroyed the house. So they claim that the police did all of that, turned over the washer and dryer and basically destroyed the house. Now, I know her son is 10. I don't know who the 3-year-old was, and I don't know who the 2-year-old was. It has to been look, I so don't want to call her Lucretia because that's what everybody was calling her. Keisha, the auntie kids. That's what I call her, the auntie. It had to have been her kids. But I'm not understanding, if you hear these babies crying and you know she's on the phone supposedly making a 911 report looking for her baby, why didn't you come in to get your crying baby? Because we all know that wasn't Semaj. We all know that wasn't her kids. So why didn't you come and get your baby while she was crying and screaming and hollering like that? Thank you, Truth Seeker knows. That part I didn't understand. But I'm going to read from the beginning. I did a lot of writing, y'all, so bear with me. It says Semaj Crosby pronounced dead April 27, 2017 at 1:27 a.m. Neighbor says she walked up about 3 p.m. and didn't see Semaj. Didn't she? Wait, I'm going to get to that part. I did drop the call-in number, you guys. Just in case you want to call in. The number is 773-963-4952. Anyone and everyone is welcome to call. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, tips, any of that, you are more than welcome to call in. She said the ages in the record. Yeah, but that was the 2 and the 3-year-old was not Cherie kids, of course, because Semaj was her youngest, and then she had, I think, 3 older brothers. So the other the two babies wasn't Cherie's. It had to been the auntie kids. No, bum and scammers, they didn't find her until the next day. They found her the next day at they found her about 12 something a.m. and they pronounced her at 1:27 a.m. Semaj Crosby, 16-month-old, was reported missing on April 25th, 2017. Unfortunately, 30 hours later, baby Semaj was found under a couch in her mother's Joliet Township home, shortly before midnight on April 26, 2017. It has been 1 year and 4 months since Semaj was found under a couch inside her mother Cherie Gordon's home, and no arrest has been made. Yeah, they named 5 suspects. Of course, it was the mother, which is Cherie Gordon, the grandmother, which is Darlene Crosby, the auntie, which is like, I can never pronounce her name, Larkeisha Crosby, the other friend, which was Tamika Robertson, and a minor. Of course, they're not going to put the minor name out there. The problem is, Tamika Robertson says she arrived at the house at 4 p.m. and didn't see Semaj at all. Semaj had already been missing. That was Tamika's statement to the police. Mind y'all, that was her statement. Wait, I got the chain of events. I gotta go through all my papers. So at 3 p.m., they say, this is what the family say. At 3 p.m., they was all outside playing. Several family members and several children was outside dancing and listening to music. At 3:45, Cherie brought Semaj into the house, apparently to change her diaper. Yeah, they did an autopsy. Annette, she died of asphyxiation. Meaning somebody stuffed something down, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, please quote me if I'm wrong, it was something stuffed down her throat, if I'm not mistaken. I believe that's what it was. Yeah, the minor wasn't named. The minor is Darlene's daughter. But at 3:45, they claim Cherie took Semaj in to change her diaper. Now from 3:45 to 5:15, they don't know where, according to Darlene and Tamika, they don't know where Semaj was at. From the time Cherie supposedly took her in the house at 3:45 to change her diaper to 5:15, they had not seen Semaj. Mind you, Tamika say she pulled up at 4 p.m. Mind you, yes, DCFS did drop the ball. I was gonna get to that. But at 5:15, they claim Cherie came out asking them where Semaj was at. At 5:15. Now from 3:45 to 5:15, no one seen Semaj. Cherie was nowhere to be seen. This is what the grandma statement is and Tamika's statement is. At 6 o'clock, that's when Cherie made this 911 report. Using voice text, so many errors, but I hope you. I'm sorry, y'all. Let me look at the. Now, mind you, I think it was about 12 o'clock, DCFS came. The DCFS lady did come. She made a report. In her report, she did say that she saw Semaj at the house. See, she saw Semaj and she saw the other 3 siblings at the house. They were safe. My thing is with DCFS, if you saw this house the way they gave us the pictures, then why isn't that Semaj and her siblings wasn't taken right then and there? Even if I give Lakeisha the benefit of the doubt that, okay, the police came in. We all know the police, when they do a raid, they do ransack the house. Okay, we'll give you the benefit of the doubt of that. But the police didn't bring the bed bugs. The police didn't bring the roaches. The police didn't bring the filth of the rug. And the police didn't make Cherie and all 3 of her kids or 4 of her kids sleep in the same room. So how is it that DCFS didn't take Semaj and her siblings right then and there? She didn't make a report about nothing about the house being dirty. And then they just gave the DCFS lady a quote unquote pass, saying, well, she had a lot of cases and she was maybe tired, and like, that's bull. Like, cause if you see a baby living in this filth, in these type of conditions, you're supposed to remove that child and any other child that lives in that home, period. Exactly. And this is a Section 8 home. Mind you, this is a Section 8 home. I know Section 8 for facts does annual inspections. To my understanding, she just moved here. So, before she moved in, they had to do an inspection. We all know that carpet wasn't like that. We all know the walls wasn't like that. We all know that house was not like that before she moved in. So when she moved in, if it was just her, as she claimed, she said it was just her and her kids, There's no way that house should have been like that. DCFS should have reported in their reports and took them kids after they found out all these quote unquote squatters came in and out. Over 15, 20 squatters came living there in and out anytime they wanted to. That alone right there should have made you open your eyes like, well, maybe these kids shouldn't be living here. If you got people coming in and out whenever they want to live here, like, no, these kids have to come with me. Like, that should have been common sense right there. So definitely DCFS dropped that ball, definitely. And someone in DCFS should have been charged for that. I really believe they should have been charged as well. Okay, so Darlene claimed during the time Semaj came up missing, when Sharice supposed to went in and changed Semaj diaper, she say she was outside. Darlene says she never went inside the house, ever. She said she was outside watching the kids dance or whatever they was doing, play, dance, but she never stepped inside the house. Same statement the auntie gave. Same statement Tamika gave. So everybody, all three of these ladies are saying they never went inside the house at all. Hold on, let me go back to the chat. Truly, she lied. That house was hers and her sister-in-law, mother-in-law, and other friends. As a family member. They say they never went in the house. Okay, fine. Give you the benefit of the doubt. You never went in the house. But they say they didn't question where Semaj was at because Cherie wasn't outside. So they figured that these are the statements from Darlene and I quote unquote Tamika. These are their statements. They figured that they wouldn't have to worry about Semaj because she's with her mother. They wouldn't have to worry about it. Okay, fine. So the search started at 6 o'clock. Mind you, she had been gone from outside since 3:45. Darlene went inside with the house with the black bag. Jola, see, if I couldn't find no information on the website or anywhere else saying that Darlene went inside, or they saw or somebody made a statement saying they saw Darlene go inside the house with the black bag, so I couldn't, definitely say, yeah, this person said, or this website said they, made a statement saying that. No, her death was ruled a homicide. Her death is ruled a homicide. Darlene and Tamika both failed the lie detector test. They both failed it. But, of course, it's not admissible in court. So, it's nothing the detectives could do with that. They saying they failed the lie detector test because they was nervous and them things was rigged and they just trying to pin the murder on them and not look at Cherie. This is such a horrible case due to the fact that the family themselves are involved in this baby murder, in my opinion. So how can you get justice when everyone else is coming up? I'm hoping that my hopes in doing this 7-day case is that one lights fire back under the FBI, because I am in contact. I did send the FBI a letter. I did send the detective that was on the case an email. I did get in contact with the justice team, the Semaj justice team, and I'm hoping it brings fire back onto this case. I'm hoping it comes back into the media. I did send a letter to Anita Padilla, which is Fox 32 News. I did send a letter to her about this case because we haven't heard anything else. They dropped the 911 tapes and then they expected us to just leave it alone. Like, oh, okay, well, here's the 911 tapes. So a whole year later, here you go. And that's it. Like, no, you got 5 people out here still walking the streets thinking everything cool, and this baby is buried 6 feet deep with no justice. Thank you, Cuddy. Thank you, T. I'm hoping this light a fire under somebody. I'm hoping this soften somebody's heart that know anything about this case, and have them go into the FBI office themselves or go talk to the detective themselves anonymously and tell what happened. Because I know someone knows what happened to Semaj in this case. I know for facts. Like, Cherie is not saying anything. She's not making a statement. She's not doing anything. When the police and the FBI asked, like, look, let's stop this search. This was probably about 10 o'clock at night. They said, let's stop this search. Let's start over. Let's start in the house and work our way back outside. Cherie denied them access to the house. Her lawyer. By this time, Cherie had got a lawyer. Don't know why she got a lawyer, but she got a lawyer. Cherie had got a lawyer, and her lawyer told the police they needed a search warrant. They got the search warrant. Tamika, contact lobby. Jola, I'm gonna try to reach out to her, but me and her had some kind of rift before, so that's gonna be kind of hard. But they got the search warrant, and it took them 2 hours in this little bitty house. Now, mind y'all, this house is like a box house. It took them 2 hours to find Semaj under the couch. 2 hours. Cherie lawyered up, of course. To my understanding, at that time, no other family members had a lawyer. They wouldn't let Cherie be questioned. All questions, all comments, all concerns was to the lawyer. To this day, Cherie has not made a public, anything saying in public. She haven't made a public statement, anything. The grandma been public, the aunties been public, like everyone has been speaking publicly but Cherie. I don't know why. I guess in the advice of her lawyer, they say, hell no, don't talk. Even her pastor kind of threw her to the wolves at the funeral when he said Cherie may have something to do with this, do with the murder, but it still hurts. She's still a grieving mother. Like, Pastor, how do you say that in the same sentence? Like, okay, she may have killed her baby, but she's still a grieving mother. Like, what? And continue to fight. My statements weren't towards you. I appreciate it. I know you want to. Oh, true sick. I know that. I know. I was just explaining it. I know. But yeah, that's what the pastor said. And it was like Pastor, do you know something? Because he made that bold statement of, yeah, she may have killed her baby, but she's still a grieving mother. So it's like, you cannot bypass something like that. I don't know, and that maybe that was the last place they had to look, because like I said, the couch stood just a little, probably an inch or two off the floor. They, of course, Semaj couldn't crawl under there and get stuck and unfortunately die herself. Like, she literally had to be placed under there. So that's probably the last place they had to look in the house. And if y'all notice, I don't know those that saw the news media, when they was covering it live, the dogs, the cadaver dogs that was there was always at the house. They stood right there by the window. They would not leave the window. And that's where the couch was at. So it's like, I guess the police figured, well, the dogs won't leave the house, of course, because Semaj's scent is right there. So that's probably the last place they picked up her scent. But all along, the dogs was standing there because that's where Semaj was at. Darlene Crosby, Tamika have in public, but there are many holes in their testimony. You right, Joel. You right. It definitely is. It definitely is. I'm just wondering why Cherie, as the mother, haven't made any statements, and it's been over a year. It's been a year and 4 months. You haven't made not one public statement. Like, there's many people out here fighting for your daughter, fighting for justice for your daughter. You got a whole action team that's standing on the front line that was protesting for your daughter, like fighting for your daughter, and you didn't make not one statement, but one saying thanks to the community for looking for my daughter. When I honestly believe all along she knew where she was at. Like, I'm gonna be real honest. We really stepped back. Truly step back and think about how many people know what happened to this baby. I can't believe no one slipped, spoke, felt guilty, but they're all numb on drugs. True. Yeah, I could believe that. And then here comes this statement with James, with the daddy. Now, of course, the daddy couldn't have did it. Daddy couldn't have nothing to do with it because he was in jail. Daddy got out the very next day, which was when they announced it, which was kind of strange to me. Okay, your baby come up missing and is killed the day before you get out of jail. That kind of, to me, that was kind of weird. That's just on my end. It was kind of weird. Like, all this time she was fine. Like, she's been alive. Like, no one hurt her. All this time he was in jail. But the day before he get out of jail, now she's like someone kills her. Why? Yeah, Granny said she was outside until 3:45. After 3:45, the grandma said she didn't see her. So Tamika claims she pulled up at 4 o'clock. That gives 15 minutes between the time Cherie supposedly took her in the house and Tamika pulls up. Because Tamika said when she pulled up, she was already missing. That's my thing. How you know Semaj was already missing when the grandma already said Cherie didn't come out the house till 5:15 saying that my baby is missing? Like, Tamika, your statement is not adding up with the grandma nor with Cherie. Because again, she said at 3:45 she took Semaj in the house. Now this is Darlene. She said 3:45 Cherie took Semaj in the house to change her diaper. Darlene say Cherie didn't come back out to 5:15 hollering my baby was gone. Tamika turned around and made a statement saying I showed up at 4 o'clock and Semaj was already missing then. She had already been reported missing, which we already know that the 911 taste didn't happen till 6 o'clock. That phone call didn't come in till 6. So Tamika, that mean you done messed up your statement, Darlene's statement, and everybody else's statement that I already talked. How she was already missing when you pulled up at 4. And Cherie didn't report her missing to 6. And then come out the house to 5:15 hollering my baby missing. Then, okay, she say if Cherie came out at 5:15 hollering my baby missing. First of all, I'm not gonna come out my house at 5:15 and just get to hollering my baby missing. Because again, my baby could have went with an auntie, or my baby could have went with this person, or my baby could have been in the house, came in the house and I not know it. I'm not just gonna run out the house and yell, my baby missing. That means you already knew something happened to her. Why would you get to hollering your baby missing? You didn't come outside and say, hey y'all, where's Semaj? Do such got Semaj. Like, where is Semaj? Now I'm worried. Where's Semaj? Go in the house. Let's check to see if Semaj in the house. No, you come straight out the house, hollering my baby missing. Like, that's kind of strange too. Cherie's in the black car. She didn't start asking for Semaj until she was ready to leave the house. And that, according to the grandma, no, she never come back outside. After 3:45, the grandma said she never came back outside. That's what Darlene says. We don't know what Cherie says, because again, Cherie won't make a statement. So all these statements and all these time frames are coming from Lakeisha and Darlene. Because again, she won't say anything. So we don't know. Even the lawyers won't even speak up. They won't even give us a time frame on what Cherie think happened. They won't say anything. So all the information we got to go by is what Darlene, Tamika, and Lakeisha is saying. I thought the mom got in the car and asked was her baby in the other car. That was Annette. That was the first story they gave. Yes, I remember that story. That day, that was the first. It was 3 different stories that I heard that day while everybody was live. She said one that they was going to get ice cream and the car wouldn't start. So they called a friend to come get a jump. This is what they say. But the thing is, Darlene said she was playing music out her car. Darlene Carr is the one that claims she needed a jump. How do you need a jump if you're playing music still out of your car? If you need a jump, there's no music playing in your car. Like, your car is not going to turn on. The battery, of course, is dead. Your music is not going to play. That was the first story. Then the second story was, yeah, Cherie got in one car and Darlene was in the other. All the kids was loaded in the car. They was finna go get the quote unquote again ice cream. And she asked for Semaj in the car. Then they realized Semaj wasn't in the car. The third story is now Cherie's running out the house at 5:15 saying, "Where's my baby?" So there's 3 different stories, 3 different timelines that the grandma then gave. And Lakeisha, whatever her name, the auntie then gave. And Tamika then gave. So we don't know which story to go by. We don't know which story is the truth. And again, we still haven't heard from the mama. Hey, YouTube chaplain. Jola, that's what they said. The grandma is saying that she haven't talked. This was last year when she was interviewed. She said she didn't talk to Cherie after the funeral because she believes Cherie killed Semaj and she's trying to pin it on them. But she's saying that Cherie killed Semaj because of a beef that she had with James' other baby mama. Something happened in court to where James said, claimed that the girlfriend was the other baby mama was his girlfriend. Cherie supposedly got mad and had an outburst in court and ran out of court. And all of a sudden she's mad now. So now that James finna get out of jail, Semaj has to come up missing. How me doing me? And that's she said that's the thing. Semaj was outside with everybody. Semaj was supposed to be outside with everybody until the grandma said Cherie took her inside to change her diaper. Now, mind you, everybody already said. Now, everybody said Semaj just started walking. Semaj can barely walk. So we are. It didn't take a rocket science to know that Semaj is not going to walk off, especially without nobody seeing her. Like, come on now. All these people outside and nobody seen her walk off. Like, that should have been their first clue of, oh, well, she can barely walk. She can't walk that far. Why are we searching the woods and 10 blocks down for this baby? Then, I remember Law B made a statement saying that when she showed up, she said nobody was allowed in the house at first. Then, when they finally let people in the house, she said Cherie was nowhere to be found. Cherie was gone. She said it was 3 people sitting on the couch. Mind you, 3 people sitting on the couch. Her daughter, the grandma daughter, Darlene daughter, which is the 5th suspect, was in the bathroom and wouldn't come out the bathroom. She said all the time she was there, the daughter wouldn't come out the bathroom for nothing. She don't care how long she waited. She don't care how many times she told she'd use the bathroom. Nothing. The daughter wouldn't come out the bathroom. She said when they finally cleared the house, everybody got put out the house except Cherie. Cherie was the only one. Cherie came back. She was the only one left in the house. My thing again is, sorry in bed, although let's not forget, at first they said baby's DNA was in the freezer. Everyone forgets that. That shows they tried multiple attempts to get rid of that poor baby. Now, True Seeker, I didn't even know that. I didn't hear that. See, I didn't know that. I didn't know nothing about her being in the freezer or in the refrigerator. I didn't know that. And luckily, to this day, that I know of, the kids, Cherie kids, are still in DCFS custody. That I know of. I did find an article that was updated. It was May of 2018. And from May of 2018, the kids were still in DCFS custody. I believe they tried to bring the baby on Tuesday night and they found her Wednesday. Yes, in the duffel bed. Hello, Diamond Life. The true sad part of the story is that the culprit was either mother, grandmother, aunt, or cousin. Those are facts. Yes, that's definitely facts. Definitely facts. It wasn't an outside person, like, at all. And I believe Tamika know way more than what she's telling. She know way more because again, your story just don't add up at all. Like it doesn't match what the heck Darlene said in the first place. And second place, why would you just flat out fail a lie detector test? If you showed up at 4 and Semaj was already missing, that means y'all took 2 hours to call the police. Why did it take her 2 whole hours to call the police? According to the auntie, she said she been told Cherie to call the police, and Cherie refused to call the police. She kept saying, "No, don't call the police. We gonna find her. We gonna find her." But it doesn't take the mother just to call the police. The auntie could have been called the police. And she feared that something was going on with Semaj. She could have been called the police. Anybody standing out there could have been called the police. It didn't just take the mother to make that report. All right, so everybody, I'm going to go back to sleep. But hearing this case again just revs me up. Okay, Truth Seeker. The neighbors. Oh, wow. And then a man did say he rode past on his bike. He said I think it was like about 4 o'clock, 3:45, 4 o'clock. And they wasn't out there looking for Semaj. They was out there popping, dancing, twerking, and everything else. No one was looking for Semaj. Mind you, this is around the time she's supposed to be missing. So how is it that y'all supposed to be looking for her if y'all still outside dancing? There's an eyewitness that know he rode past y'all and saw y'all dancing, not looking for a baby. Could one of the other kids hurt the baby, maybe hit her, or could the mom, could the mom had choked her while changing the diaper out of frustration? Anything is possible in that. But see, the thing is, if it was one of the kids that hurt Semaj, that's an accident. Like, clearly, okay, say I got a 10-year-old and my 10-year-old accidentally hurt or injured or maybe even kill my 1 or 2-year-old. They know that's an accident. If they can prove that that's an accident, then it's going to be ruled as an accident. Like, there's no charges going to be brought. Maybe that child going to have to get counseling. Okay, fine. But why try to cover it up if that's what happened? Like, I'm sure that probably her brothers seen what happened, either her brothers know what happened, and these kids are scarred for life. I'm going to pray a whole rosemary tonight. I'm sorry. I truly, at this time, God bless everyone. Have a good night, Truth Seeker Knows. Right, 3 different stories, although again, one important fact was they found that baby's DNA in the freezer, which made authorities think they tried to put in the freezer and it wasn't working out. And see, I can't find that story. Truth Knows, I didn't know that they found her DNA in the freezer. I couldn't find that story anywhere. And I didn't find the whole autopsy. For some reason, they refused to release the whole autopsy. They even have the Tribune suing them for not releasing the full autopsy. No one was even crying or saying upset, just pointing fingers. Exactly. Yeah, you're right. In my opinion, the way things, until I can get a statement or hear something from the mother, I really think the mama did something and the grandma and auntie and friend knows and tried to cover it up. And instead of them just calling the police like they were supposed to, they covered it up and now they in too deep on it. I don't know. I personally have thought all of them did it. At one point in time, it baffled me that not one of them is talking. It was a baby. It makes me say, I agree, Notane. I definitely agree. Because that exactly, that was a baby. Y'all. And then them other kids, I'm pretty sure, like I said, somebody other than them adults know what happened as far as the kids. You heard the baby in the background on 911 tape hollering for Semaj. I believe that was her brother. He was saying her name. He was looking for her. You could clearly see he was looking for her. What happened between the time she was outside dancing and the time she came up, quote unquote, I ain't even gonna say missing no more. The time she came up murdered, basically. Like, what could she have possibly done, or what could y'all have possibly done to her for y'all to stuff this baby under a couch? I guess they thought the police was just gonna give up the search for the night and say, okay, we'll come back tomorrow when it's daylight, like they usually do when somebody's missing in the woods, or because you know that Joliet, they got a whole bunch of woods and open spaces. So okay, we'll come back when it's daylight to search again, and hopefully we'll find her. I'm thinking that's what they was hoping, and maybe they was gonna try to discard her body that night when everybody left. Cause that's what it seemed like to me. Like, okay, we're just gonna put her under the couch right now. Ain't nobody gonna dare look under the couch. Like, they're not gonna think about putting her in the couch. Like, okay, the police gonna come back, do a search all over again, and by that time they probably would have tried to put her in the woods or in the trees where a bunch of trees at, and make it seem like somebody else did something to her, and then it would have been an open investigation on somebody did, who murdered Semaj. Instead, the police was on it and searched the house that night instead of coming back the next day. And she knew, like, to me, Cherie knew. If you didn't know, you wouldn't have got a lawyer. That's my whole thing. If you didn't know absolutely nothing that happened to Semaj, you want to lawyer it up. Only person lawyer up is people that's guilty. Period. Why would you need a lawyer? My baby missing? Yeah, come in this house, find my baby. Go out in the woods, find my baby. Go knock on doors, tear down some doors. They even messed with that man that was a pedophile. They had sent him over there, trashed that man's house, saying that man took Semaj. knowing good well that man ain't had nothing to do with Semaj's murder or Semaj's disappearance. Y'all had the police harass this man. And y'all knew all along she was in the house. Bitch, you lawyered up. So I know, everything in me is telling me she had something to do with it. I don't know what parts grandma played. I don't know what parts the auntie played nor Tamika played. I know she had something to do with it because you was the first one to lawyer up. And you're the mother. You telling the police, no, don't search my house. You need a search warrant. No, if my baby is missing, bitch, no, you don't need no search warrant. Bring your ass in here and do what you got to do. And the crazy part about it is she let them search the house earlier that day. So that tells me Semaj was not in that house all day. The police said they did an initial search of the house. So she let them search the house earlier that day. Now, how in the hell she got Semaj from wherever she was at back into the house, I have no clue. But that tells me she wasn't in that house early because Cherie wasn't nervous about them searching the house earlier. She didn't care about them searching the house earlier that day. Go ahead, search. Do what you got to do. Because she didn't think, okay, when they finished searching the house, they weren't going to come back to the house to search the house again. So now I can have the body in the house until they leave, and then we can take the body, or I can take the body somewhere else. And see, the police said when they came in the house, the couch was sitting upright. The couch was standing up. So they didn't need to search under the couch because the couch was standing up. It was upright. Like, okay, maybe it's nothing to it. The police coming to search the house. As a police officer, I wouldn't have thought of nothing. Okay, this house is already nasty. Okay, they just got the couch sitting upright. Okay, let's get this search done and over with in this house so we can get outside and search the premises. Okay, fine. Then when I come back to search the house at 10, 11 o'clock at night, now this couch is laying down on his legs. That's weird. Why is the couch now sitting down? Why is it now I can't search your house when earlier you let me search the house? That's why, to me, everything is pointing to the mama. Yeah, the grandma, she weird. Yeah, I think she knows something. Yeah, of course, I think the auntie knows something. And then Cherie had to tell her sister something, because why is your sister banging on the trailer door of the police trailer telling you to shut the fuck up, don't say shit? Tamika, trying so hard to go to bed, I had to say this. The child made statements saying all the family members were upset because Semaj was the youngest and didn't follow directions. Oh, wow. See, I didn't, Truth Seeker, I'm glad you're on here because I didn't know that either. It's a lot of things I'm just finding out. And as you're saying it, I'm writing it down because I'm going to go do my research on it. But this is wild. Like, this is crazy. If she's not guilty, Cherie's not guilty, she made herself look really, really, really guilty. Like, really guilty. Maybe I give her the benefit of the doubt. Maybe she didn't do nothing to Semaj. Maybe she seen what they did to Semaj. She was already scared, according to Law B, she was already scared of Darlene and her family. Cherie was already scared of them. Or Cherie was trying to be nice to them, thinking that she was going to get James back when James got out of jail. Okay, fine, give and take. Maybe Cherie saw Darlene or Lakeisha do something to Semaj and she's scared now. But again, when the police arrived, Cherie had every opportunity right then and there to say, look, in this trailer, look, I'm scared of these bitches. These bitches gonna hurt me, but they did this, and this to my daughter. Please protect me. Why is your sister banging on the door, telling you not to say shit? Because you didn't already told your sister what happened. That's my theory. You didn't already told the other Gordon sister what happened. Now she don't want you to go to jail. So now she telling you, shut the fuck up. Don't say shit. Don't tell the police nothing. Don't say shit. Because if she didn't like the Crosbys and she knew that the Crosbys did it, the sister wouldn't have been telling her not to say anything. Have you heard Nunu, the minor child, was said to have given her too much Benadryl, which is why she kept the baby in the bathroom? That the baby had went to the bathroom on herself after she passed. Oh, no, I didn't hear that either. Man, y'all giving me some good work. Hold on. You know a lot. I know a lot. True Singer, you need to definitely, you can get in contact with me or call in and something, because this case really needs to be cracked. Like I said, I don't know a whole bunch. I don't know a whole bunch of statements. I didn't went over this case probably the last 2-3 days from the time I did see it when it first happened. And only parts I didn't see so far on the internet is the grandma statements and like Pastor Greer, his little Paris conference and stuff like that. I haven't even went in deep into the social media part of it, like the family website, the family Facebook pages and all. I haven't even went there. Back then when it first happened, yeah, I was nosy on their pages, but they really wasn't saying too much. But I didn't know none of these statements was made. The 10-year-old knows the truth. And see, the 10-year-old needs to be in DCFS custody too. That's who needs to be in DCFS custody. Any minor that has anything to do with that day that was in at that house needs to be in DCFS custody. Yeah, it really do seem like that way. But definitely, I don't know if Cherie's still in hopes of getting James back, or I don't even know, maybe because you know how these men are, he may know that the family has something to do with it, or he may know his mama or his sister has something to do with it, and now he's telling Cherie, selling her some little wild dreams like, look, just keep your mouth shut, we gonna be together forever, or you my boo, or you this, you that, because a couple days after the funeral, they was in a hotel together. Cherie and James was in a hotel together, and that's facts. Pictures and all. So maybe he buttering her up for her to shut the fuck up. Because as a man, if I don't know anything and I'm just getting home from jail and my mama was there, my sister was there, like, I'm cutting you bitches off too. It's to somebody tell me what the fuck is going on. No, I'm not finna believe you, especially after I found out you failed the lie detector test. No, mama, I'm not gonna believe you. No, sister, I'm not gonna believe you. No, baby mama, I'm not gonna believe you. One of y'all bitches gonna tell the truth, or I'm beating everybody's ass. I'm finna torture somebody until they tell the truth. Shakari was in the hospital prior to her death because he wanted to commit suicide. He was 8 at the time. Yes, I did hear that. I did hear that. Now, one of the sons was in the hospital during the time of her death. Now, which son was that? I did hear Law B say that one of her kids was in the hospital during the time of her death because she only had Semaj and 2 of the boys there. Go to Tyra Crosby page. She uploaded the tapes Thursday. Okay. TARASBY. Thank you, Pink Angel. Yeah, so this is it's a whole lot of research that needs to be done. Okay, so no, because look, remember in the fuck you pay me, remember in the tape, she called his name. She told him to get out of something. She screamed his name and she was like, Jakari, get out of there. Please get out of there. So he was there. That son was there. I believe it was 3 boys and a girl, correct? It was 4 kids, right? Or was it 3? 3 kids? It was 4. I thought she had 4. I thought it was 3 boys and a girl. Please correct me if I'm wrong, somebody. And I did try to get in contact with Cherie lawyers with no return phone call. Hopefully they return by it being a weekend. They return my calls or my emails on tomorrow. But nah, Jakari was there. Jakari was there at the house with her. Because in the 911 tapes, you could hear her say his name. She told him to get out of something. I had played the 911 tapes in the beginning of the live. She screamed his name. She said, Jakari, get out of there. And she was like, please get out of there. She kind of calmed down then. She was like, please get out of there. And I'm wondering now, what was she telling him to get out of? Like, what could have been that serious that he needed to get out of? Yeah, I thought 4. Also, maybe 3. I thought it was 3 boys and a girl. I thought one of them was in the hospital. And I thought 2 of them was there. And then Semaj, whoever it was, called the phone that day. It's very sad and unimaginable that some kids are going through this unfit parent. If a parent can't keep you safe, who will? Exactly, you too, Chaplain. Exactly. And the thing is, that wasn't, I don't think that was her only child with James. I think they had a boy together too, correct? Sounds like she said a 2, 3, and 10-year-old was present in that. Right, Passion, but in the video, if you hear in 911 tape, she screamed his name. She told him to get out of something. That's the only name she did mention in the video. She didn't say none of the adults' names. She just said grandma was there. But she did scream his name. She was telling him to get out of something. But you heard a little boy screaming Semaj's name. He was like, Semaj. In the background, he was like, Semaj, where you at, Semaj? And then he came in the house. He was like, Semaj. And then later on in the tape, she said, Jabari, get out of there. And she was like, please, just get out of there. Right in that, right. But I don't know. I don't know. Because if I'm a grandma, I'm picturing myself as grandma. If you tell me my grandbaby is missing, yeah, I'm going to search like crazy, but I'm going to search the last place I saw her at. And if I know the last place I saw her at is when you took her in the house, that's the first place I'm going, is in the house and search. According to Darlene, she never went in the house. Why you didn't go in the house to search? That should have been the first place everybody searched, because that's the first place everybody said they last seen her at, when her mama took her in the house. Okay, Jagari and Semaj. Okay. So Jakari is in DCFS custody, and the rest of her boys are in DCFS custody. All her kids are there, because they did say she didn't have custody, nor did James have custody of his son. my thing is, why is quote unquote Cherie killed Semaj because of she getting mad at James over another baby mama? She still have another kid by James. Why not kill that kid too? Why only kill one? She still will have to deal with James because, again, you still have another child by him. And I did pull up it's 22 pages of DCFS reports. 22 pages and over 50 some calls to that one house, not for Cherie, but for other drug matters for other people that was there. How is it that them kids wasn't taken sooner? And especially, I used to work for Section 8. I know for a fact, if you get so many calls under your address from bad being a Section 8 house, Section 8 is going to look into that. We supposed to look into that. Section 8 is supposed to do an investigation of why all these police calls or all these cops are keep coming to this one address. Especially when they do the annual inspection or they do the annual breakdown. So Section 8 probably or should have known about these phone calls. I'm a grandma and my voice will be heard all over the neighborhood. And exactly in that. Like, ain't nobody talking no more. Everybody want to be quiet. Everybody want to play the blame game. Oh, Cherie did it. Oh, the grandma did it. Oh, the auntie did it. Oh, Tamika did it. Oh, the minor child did it. Like, come on now. Yeah, they did. Because again, why was Lakeisha, whatever her name is, why was her boyfriend that was a pedophile and abuser able to stay in the house with young children? Why was that? And why wasn't they taken then? And you knew this person stayed at this house? They're to blame, they not you. It's exactly no team. That's why I say I think the person that did that check on DCFS that day, that person should have been arrested for negligence. She was so negligent that day, it was ridiculous. She was so negligent prior to that, it was ridiculous. So she should have been arrested. Just off back, she should have been arrested. Right along with whoever did it, but she should have been arrested. She should have been charged. And DCFS definitely should have been looked into and charged. And then the head of DCF dude, now I'm going to step down because this case was definitely handled wrong. But nigga, you collecting your pension and everything and Semaj still ain't got justice. How's that? Oh, damn, was he there that day? Was who there, Passion Unlimited? The Lakeisha boyfriend, I don't know. I don't think so, because he wasn't named as part of the suspects or being there. I don't think he was, if that's what you're talking about. Right, he abused his own 3-year-old daughter, and she was still with him. And why was he allowed around the rest of them kids? Darlene, you could tell that house, true facts, you could tell that house, the police didn't destroy that house the way Lakeisha says they destroyed that house, because when Darlene moved in with that other lady, the lady didn't know nothing about Darlene's case, didn't know who Darlene was, none of that. She kept that lady house so filthy and nasty. She threatened that lady. Every time that lady tried to get her put out of her house, she would threaten that lady. Her kids would come over and threaten that lady. She had to get an order of protection against Darlene, and she had to get that 30-day notice to get her out. That lady came on live begging for somebody to help her get Darlene them out her house. Because it was supposed to have been just Darlene that moved in, but then Darlene moved everybody else and their mommy in like she did with Cherie. Like, that was crazy. Girl, no, don't. Yeah, that lady, and I'm pretty sure a lot of people was threatening to shut up because, again, that lady was afraid of Darlene, and she had an elderly son that lived downstairs with her, and Darlene would threaten her son, and everything else. That lady was so afraid of them. Yeah, exactly. Fuck you, pay me. Her animals and all. So imagine if she did that to that old lady. Imagine what the hell she did to Cherie. And she knows Cherie. So imagine what she done said and did to this girl. And Cherie is supposed to be said to be kind of disabled. So imagine what she said to her. I don't know, y'all. But we will continue part 2 tomorrow. I'm go over the information you all gave me, the statements you all gave me. I appreciate you guys. I will be back the same time tomorrow, 8 p.m. sharp. And we will continue this conversation. I thank you guys for tuning in. Semaj, we will, and I will, and everything in me continue to fight to get justice for you, because you definitely deserve it. These suspects, I'm finna put a fire under your ass. I'm contacting everybody and their mama, whether they like it or not. Somebody gonna get some answers. And they tried to say the landlord did that. No, landlord definitely didn't do that. Definitely. We will go over tomorrow the burning of the house. Yeah, because they definitely, I want to know who burnt the house down and all. We gonna definitely discuss that. But thank y'all for tuning in. Good night. Be safe. Have a blessed night. What, they all want to point fingers at mom. They will believe. 3/1. But see, if they point fingers at her, they got to know what happened. You know, once you point a finger at somebody, another one pointing back at you. So, what, 3 pointing back at you? So, hey. Thank you, fuck you, pay me. Thank you, Annette. I'll be talking to you all tomorrow. Wait. Fuck you, pay me. I just saw that. It just popped in. Can you please send me that video? If you can send it to me in my inbox.